Howdy, it is I, Junk, back again so soon, and I don't have a lot to talk about today, and just a couple of games to show you, and it's been a while since we talked, a couple days? Day before yesterday, maybe? I guess the one thing I wanted to mention is I did get an update on my ticket about not being able to get invited. First of all, I found I can set on clan can invite, and I would get invites from clanmates, which is fine, but, like, I would play half the time with get invites from other people in other clans, right? You play against somebody, you have a really good game with them, or they're a really tough opponent, and you say, "Hey, I could use a partner. I'm going to invite them," right? So that was a lot of the games I got into, and now I can't do that. So I finally got a support agent to respond, and the responses were like, "Well, have you tried restarting?" "Yeah, I tried restarting." "Okay, can you try restarting again?" "Okay. Restart again." "Yeah, same problem." Then they asked, what is the ID of the player who can't invite you? Like, are you kidding? It's all of them. It's all of the players. All of the ones. Pick any ID. Take 6 random characters and numbers that make a valid ID. That player can't invite me. Because no one can invite me. What part don't you understand? Which part of this is not like piercing the granite of your skull? Because it seems clear to me, when I say no one can invite me, the specific ID of the player who can invite me isn't useful. Also, how would I even know who can't invite me? Nobody can invite me. If they don't invite me and I don't get the invite, how do I know they invited me? How would I know all the people who've tried to invite me? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? But I said it, in typing. And finally, what happened was I got they closed the ticket, and I got a message, and it was like, "Thanks for reporting this. Rest assured, we're going to work on it, and it's been escalated to the appropriate department," which I think we all know means this is going on to the list of bugs they have no intention of fixing, which, by the way, also includes not being able to get into the help half the time. That's a known bug that they have not managed to fix at all, right? I guess they're too busy making intentionally bugged limited editions of robots, because God forbid that you actually make a good user experience. We don't talk about the user experience of War Robots. Let's even put aside the fact that no one can invite me and this is now a single-player game. Put that aside for the moment, okay? Okay? The pilots. Let's take a look. Let's say I want to switch the pilot on the Invader, although why would you? That would be a really weird choice. But let's say I do. Let's find a pilot. Oh, yeah, this is a fun experience. I'm having fun playing this game. Or when a new pilot comes out, yeah, this is great. Yeah, I'm really having fun. This is great. This is such a good game to play. Trying to find a pilot. Yeah, because when the pilots are new and there's only one of them, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, sometimes I will go to the training center and I will buy a pilot that's there, even though I have like 15 or 20 of them, just because I use that pilot a lot, like an Adrian, right? You'll use a lot. It's just I'm scrolling with my finger now, like at the bottom. This is what I have to look for pilot, because we can't have a search function. And by the way, they're not in any order. In case you thought they were in any order, they're not in alphabetical order. They're not in the order they were acquired. When you get a pilot, it goes randomly into the pile. Look at this. It takes so long to find pilots that at times I have leveled up multiple copies of robots I would never use 2 of, just so that I can put a different pilot on it, and I never have to look for the pilot again. That's how bad the user experience is. But don't worry, because the problem of I'm playing a single-player game and no one can invite me has been escalated to the appropriate department. I actively, genuinely, truly hate the game developers right now. I really do. I don't understand how anyone can be as bad at the job as they are and manage to keep it. I don't get it. Do they have, like, dirt on their leader that keeps them employed? Because I don't understand how you can make a game with this many problems that you insist on not fixing and have a job. It doesn't make any sense. Oh. I'd like to say I feel better, but I really don't. All right. Let's continue so that I can start editing this video and then not think about this game for 12 hours. It's going to be the best 12 hours of the week. I have 2 games to show you. As you can see, I've got 2 behemoths in the hangar because I was not experiencing a great deal of success trying anything interesting. So, knowing I had to put the team on my back, I put a second behemoth in the hangar and managed to get a couple of wins out of it. First one is a game on carrier where I've got a clanmate on the other side. You hate to do it, but you got to do what you got to do. Second game is on the castle, and the behemoth shows why it is the king of the castle there. And hey, I would love to play other robots, but there are like 3 viable robots right now. And, you know, I don't want to play the nether, so... and I see I've got one in there, but I don't like it. I don't like that robot. I don't like the rust rockets either. Rust rockets, it's like a weapon designed to be annoying. Like, say what you will about the lasers, at least you can see the person shooting you, and you know where they are and how to get to them. Half the time with the rockets, you know, they're behind like a little piece of map geography. It's like they've managed, like it's one thing to be a coward, but do you have to be a coward and a troll? Anyway, let's get into this. All right, we are here on the carrier. As you can see, I've got the crisis, the Gauss crisis. That was just a terrible experience. I don't want to talk about it right now. It was a lot. I don't want to talk about it right now. Okay, so I dropped the behemoth. I figure, all right, at least it's a good map. Maybe I can just soften them up with the behemoth, and I'll feel safe to switch to the crisis. And that day does not come, as you'll see. So, doing what I like to typically do on carrier, I've mentioned it before, is I like to go to the platform behind the beacon, give me a little bit extra distance, and make that kind of no man's land a little bit more dangerous. You can reach their beacon platform. You can't reach the platform behind their beacon, usually with these 800-meter weapons. And look at that, I've got a clanmate here, so this is going to be painful. Even if I win, I'm going to kind of lose for the clan. Nevertheless, the game is the game. It is what it is. I have to take him out. There's a double kill. And I see now my clanmate's in the feather destrier, and normally I wouldn't target a clanmate like this, but if you're using a feather destrier, you're kind of asking to be targeted, so take him down to his last stand, look for a new target. I think that was just a nether I happened to catch sleeping. He slides from one side of cover to the other side of cover. That's not how cover works, and he falls down. This looks to me like a Fenrir, I think. I want to say it's a Fenrir. And I don't even know what I'm shooting at in center right now. Probably a lynx, something like that. Trying to get a little damage on the rook, but it's sort of a waste because he's going to regenerate those shields when he's in cover. I can't do anything about it without kind of a team focus, and it's a little early in the game to be focusing a rook. It's a little early in the game to be having a rook out. Let me back up and say that. I don't necessarily love the new formulation of when Titans come out. I think Titans come out too quickly. The games just turn into, like, it's an incentive to steamroll games. It's an incentive to play quickly and not necessarily better. And time to try to switch targets here, because I see we've got the Indra creeping up over here. And what do we have down here? So my nuke amp just loaded up. I've got 2 immune amps, 1 nuke amp on these behemoths, which I stole that from Predator. Did not invent that. If it were up to me, you know me, I put repair amps on everything. But I cannot argue with the scoreboard that this is a great formulation, especially with the Paladin, because I don't need to reduce damage if I'm healing and extending my durability faster than the damage comes in. And you do get damage resistance with the Andre pilot, which is the only pilot I'm using on these things these days. If I recall correctly, I'll do the math again later, it's about 33-ish% damage. You get 50 defense points, it's 50 over 150, so it's, yeah, about like 33% damage resistance. Sorry, damage reduction. So the repair amps, while subject to diminishing returns, are not strictly necessary if you're using the Andre pilot. And looks like that's a laser Fenrir. That's someone trying to prove a point. I never said Fenrirs couldn't survive in the meta. I'm just saying they're not optimal. I'm seeing a lot of Fenrirs, and they are. Look, I love Fenrir. it's a hardy robot, but I think it does suffer from like speed limitations in the current meta, because it isn't very fast and it doesn't have a lot of firepower. So durability means they'll kill you slightly slower, but I don't think it's necessarily going to fare as well as it used to before things like the bubble shotguns were out there. Stealing some corners here and there, not getting any good shots here on the enemy. Stealing a glance behind me, because whenever it seems like there's not enough going on in front of me, I assume that there's something going behind me. And something starts to happen here for the Reds. They get the rook out onto center. Meanwhile, I'm kind of getting nervous here over on the right, and I want to be looking over on the right because I don't trust what's going to happen over there. Trying to get the rook down. Don't quite manage to get the kill, but we got it down, fortunately. Now there's an Aether coming in with the Glaive Lance build, it looks like. And I'm still just nervous about what's going on over on the right over there. Feather Destrier, I don't know why, decides it wants to be a rotisserie chicken dinner. Your order is ready. Yeah, the Aether, I enjoy... I think they've balanced the health in the Aether correctly. It's strong enough that it's a Titan, but it's not so strong that you feel like there's no point in shooting at it unless you have like the strongest possible weapons. I'll never get it. I will never understand why you would take a robot that's very strong and durable, roll it up to me, and then open it up for me to shoot at it point blank with 4 heavy weapons. What's your process there? Like, how did you decide that was the thing to do? Because it's worked one time in memory I can think of when I didn't see him. When we were on, of course, the trashes of Trash Man's power plant, and there's my reward. I got too busy thinking about this, and I missed. Someone went and landed on our home. So now we're down to 1 beacon. This is starting to make me nervous. This is starting to look like every other game I've had tonight. Of course, can't have nice things, and well, at least he deployed so I could take him out. But I'm just getting very concerned that we're losing beacons, we're losing our home. We're not, you know, I'm not paying good attention to what's going on behind me. So I'm feeling some kind of way at this point where it's like this is some like messed up stuff, all these games tonight. So I'm trying to figure out, do I have to chase people down? What do I have to do to make this game work? And now this guy's going to deny me my godlike. Can you believe that? But like, what am I going to do? Like, fold up and chase after him just to get a kill streak? Like, I honestly don't need it. I get Living Legends all the time. I don't need this one. So instead, I'm just going to go defend home. And here we are, in full pettiness. So what am I going to do right now? Not a freaking thing. I'm looking at the beacon bar. Seems to me we got 4 beacons and they've got 1. Seems to me I don't have to do anything. I can just sit here until time expires. Gonna roll around a little bit, see how the targeting plays. Nice day. I don't have to do anything. If you're the team that's got the beacon disadvantage, you've got to do something if you want to win. And it's not like he's padding his stats sitting there. Doesn't do anything for him. So, alright, you want to lose slow? Whatever, it's fine by me. I will sit here. I don't have to do anything. Only question left for me is, am I number 1 or number 2? Like, I feel like I put a good amount of DPS downrange. I'm not concerned about being below 2. So let's check out the scoreboard. I did enough to get the number 1 slot. Barely, but barely still counts. I will still take it. Muricum there doing the hard work of actually getting beacons along with Wildebeest and Enter Sandman. I was just holding down the button and racking up the kills. So that was not... I hated to do that to a clanmate. That was rough. It's not how I like to do it. But let's take a look at another game. And I'm sorry that's all Behemoth today, but when you're going to come out and these are, you know, when this is the help I get, I can't roll out there in novelty builds. I've got to actually play something serious. If you want to see the novelty build, I'll show you how that went. I'll link a card up here, and I'll put it in the description. You can see the Razdor Spectre I tried to run earlier today. But let's get into game number 2. Okay, we are here on Castle. And as you can see, I've got 2 behemoths in the hangar. It has been a day of absolute trash games, and I hate everything and everyone at this point. So let's try to restore some faith in humanity by slaughtering lots of it. Takes me a minute there to drop in, and I am not immediately enthusiastic. We see we've got somebody dropping in, 2 people dropping in even later than me. A lot of very fast robots on the enemy side. And I saw a regular Weber Spectre. Didn't expect to see that. So apparently, a siren has decided to target me, and I don't realize this early enough, but I haven't stepped into the circle. So, have to turn around and get that beacon now. Yeah, that's important. And we have no beacons. We've got the one I just grabbed, which I should have grabbed sooner. We're being contested on top. And we need a lot of help in center. So let's draw a little bit of fire here. And that Lynx is going to try to come up and party, but it's going to be a party of 1, and he's going to be a rogue. And down he goes. And oh look, it's my old friend, the Siren. That's a quick little double kill. I got no shot on whatever's behind that pillar. I don't even know what it is. So I'm going to go back here and see. There is a Harpy who wants to join the party. The lay down on the rug party. He is gone. A Feather Destrier, my absolute favorite. HK is a very strong clan, but the Seraph is not a very strong robot, and it is easily removed. Another Feather Destrier. Man, they're just feeding me at this point. Why don't you all just get into a line so I can just, hold down the button and you'll just fall down in order. Like, this walking is more cardio than I like to do. There's the Godlike as a Nether can't dash behind the rock. A Mars managed to phase, and I see there was a Typhon and the Mars back there too. The second Feather Destrier, feeling brave, he's feeling strong, he's had his Wheaties, and it's the last bowl he's ever going to have because the Feather Destrier explodes, but I don't get the kill on that one. It makes me kind of sad and salty. Fortunately, my friend from HK is back to feed me. A Mars there is beyond godlike. Nether? That's a living legend. I think that's a Ravana. Can't see too well through all the haze. Emoji managed to get behind the rock, and I'm just waiting for that emoji to pop its head out so I can take it off. In the meantime, take out the Ravana for living legend number 2. Another Seraph. Man, they're so squishy. They're so easy and squishy. I don't get the emoji, but I do get the 3rd living legend off the Feather Destrier. And now there's a Kepri who is probably feeling a little bit lonely, realizing that, hey, it's the HK dude again. Realizing that he may have miscalculated. Kepri gets behind cover. And as you can see, this is the Kestrel Behemoth I'm in. I don't actually get a speed benefit when the weapons are deployed. When I fold them up, I can go faster. So I'm just trying to put a little hole in that Rook, but I don't think I'm going to try to own the Rook as a problem. I think I'm going to stay here on the bridge. Because now there's a Mars that apparently wants to meet its maker. With that turret. So the Typhon dive under there. And I'm guessing that is the Kepri. That is all the way under the bridge and going to come up. And I lost my kill streak. Man. Time to start a new kill streak. So yeah, I switched to 2 Behemoths in the hangar because I was trying to run Crisis, I was trying to run Spectre, and I was getting not a lot of team support, honestly, and I just need something I'm at least comfortable in, where I feel like if I gotta put the team on my back, I can. Little peekaboo here with my friend from HK, Typhon going here behind the rock on the right. That Typhon is going to lose a game of peekaboo as the teammate Raven pushes him out. We got a double kill as the Kepri went down. My Raven teammate got the Typhon. And I will return the favor by helping him out here with this Revenant. Little Revenant throw rug for the triple kill. Rampage, and we're on to our 2nd kill streak. And I've got to think... I see a full team on the enemy side, but in my head I'm thinking, there's the Godlike. I'm thinking, they can't keep this up, right? Like, they've been losing a lot of robots. Uh-oh, we got some trouble here from my Behemoth. And I don't have my QR up, So the Myrmidon is going to get some free shots at me. I can't quite find a place to hide. I'm blinded. And just when I think maybe I got into a place of safety, looking around, it doesn't look so bad. I'm going to duck out and try to take a little bit more. Oh! There goes the Aether blinding me too. And my Behemoth is down. The Behemoth is dead. Long live the Behemoth. And this is the Team Captain Behemoth with the Deltoki drone, adding that 5th laser, because clearly 4 lasers was not getting my message across. Let's throw number 5 in there. It looks like I'm doing damage, but my teammate gets the kill there. Might have been lag, I guess. And at this point now, I'm walking down here looking for targets, and I seem to be experiencing a dearth of options target-wise. We got 3 Titans. There's like 2 Minos and an Aether. And at this point, my thought process is, I feel good about where the game is, even though they've got the beacon bar advantage, we've got the beacon advantage, and we've got the player advantage. I'm just going to back up in the corner so the blindies from the Aether can't hit me, and just shoot at the Aether every chance I get. You know, if I can shoot at something else too, that's gravy. But what I'm really here for is to frustrate that Aether and just make it suffer for being in the air every time it's in the air. So let's just put a little damage on him. And now he's got to be thinking, I've got 1 more, maybe 2 more flights before I can't do anything about it, and he just can't reach me, just can't quite make it. So now we're staring at this Minos, and the Minos finds out, you're still sticking out a little bit, but there's not much he can do. We've got his friend the Minos comes out. Well, we've got our Minos and a Luchador coming up there. That is 1 down. And I snake the kill. There you go. I snake the kill on that second one. And you know, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but if I was the red team, I might start to have some concerns. I guess running blindly into a Behemoth on Beacon B was not the move at the beginning of the game. It's almost like 4 heavy weapons shot into a flimsy flying robot could be painful. I just ditched so I could get some Titan time. You get a little bit of an honor boost for deploying your Titan, so I figured, let's deploy the Titan for free and get a little bit of an honor boost in case I need it to snag the first place on the leaderboard. And I do snag the first place on the leaderboard. I'm not exactly sure I needed to deploy the Titan, but I don't know how close the game is. Let's see. I had, 4469 honor points. No, I would have, I would have been first place anyway, but still, it never hurts to be sure. So, that's it. 15 kills, 1 cap. Don't need all the beacons if you mech the other team. But yeah, that's my game of frustration there, where nothing is working and I have to put the team on my back. At least I'd like to have the widest back possible, and what's got a wider back than a Behemoth? If you've made it to this far in the video, thank you for making it this far. If you're a dog or cat at home, I'm sure you're a good puppy or kitty and your parents are going to bring you a treat as soon as they get back. I will talk to you again real soon. Later.